Plymouth only built 2,540 383 automatic 1970 Cudas. This car is one of those and the subject of this week's Flashback. This little 1970 Cuda came to us almost 6 years ago. This car is a 383 Cuda. It's a real BS23 car. The first thing we had to do was the complete disassembly, metal repair and replacement. It was a solid car. It was a decent car. It had some patches in it that needed to be done, like quarter panels and wheelhouses. That's pretty normal for your E-bodies. But it didn't take long to be able to move it right into the paint booth and start doing the epoxy coating. The epoxy is PPG's DP90. That's Delta Papa 90. It is a protective layer of epoxy on the bottom of the car over the bare metal. With the epoxy coating done, the next stage is primer. We use an acrylic urethane primer from PPG. It builds really thick, allows us to block it to perfection. With the bodywork and the primering done, we were able to move to paint. In this case, this car is an FE5 Rally Red. We painted it with PPG's single stage Concept. 5 coats of Concept's single stage urethane, then wet sand and buff. When the wet sanding and buffing was done, we could reassemble the car. Now this is a nice car. It's a 1970 Cuda 383 Super Commando. The owner supplied the engine and had his friend build it. It's backed up with a 727 torque flight and an 8 3/4 rear end with 323 sure grip. The alignment of these panels is crucial, and if they've been painted like this one, taking your time and making sure you don't damage anything around it is the most important thing. Caution is the name of the game. Take your time. Make sure that nothing gets nicked. It takes more than one person to hang this sheet metal. Then when it is hung and it's in place and it's no longer in a situation where it could damage an adjacent panel, you can line them up to perfection. So when you close that hood, you got gold. And the final alignment is really when these cars start to pop. It's when they start to come to life and become their own car. It's a sleek car. The installation of the drivetrain is always the next step after the body and the paint is done. Ron from Magnum Force supplied the front suspension with a 2-inch lowering kit all the way around, giving it an incredible ability for handling, but equally a super cool stance. The best part of any build is the delivery to the customer, and this did not let us down. Mark and Elena were absolutely enthralled. It looks like it's going 100 miles an hour when it's sitting still. But like with anything, all good things come to those who wait. It was finally something that was finished, and they could take it out and drive it. When was the last time you saw a beautifully restored 1970 Cuda FE5 Rally Red 383 automatic, sure grip rear end, Krager wheels, driving down the roads of Springfield? Might have been the last time you saw Graveyard Carz. This has been Graveyard Carz Flashback.